up something in this that I wasn't going to bring up, but let's try to talk about this because it was something I was thinking about earlier in the week. Is it time to stop calling every rap song rap music? And at some point, like I guess in the 80s, rock and roll became subgenres, right? There was new wave, there was punk, there was prog rock, there was hard rock, there was, hardcore, and the list goes on to the point where it is now, it's unlikely that a hardcore Rolling Stones fan is going to really like Imagine Dragons because they're just different music. They're like not, you can't even call Imagine Dragons rock and roll. You know what I mean? Like they're in the rock umbrella,
sure,
but they're something else, they're pop rock or I don't know.
Pop drummers. Basically.
Yeah, I don't really know. But so is it time, right? Hip hop's been around since 1979, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it time to break cuz I remember if you ever listen to another one of our episodes, I give newer trap style people who kind of sing song mumble through their verses, I give it a hard time, right? I don't love it. It doesn't vibrate anywhere near my frequencies, and it kind of irritates me and blah 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 blah. Is it time to just say, well, that's not this, and what can we call it so that it's just because I don't listen to EDM music, but I do listen to old funk and disco, and both of them are dance music. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I know, but this is I hear you, Benny, but this is a problem that's been solved a lot in hip hop, especially for a long time. There's some whack shit and there's some really good shit. You're just referring to the whack shit, and we could argue about what's whack, and then we could get it. We could diss each other.
So your take on it, Gary? Yeah. Your take on it is that it's just hip hop, and some of it's good and some of it's bad. And that's it.
I'm gonna be I don't know, kind of one. I'm gonna show that I only listen to a narrow subset of music, but there's trap, and then there's within the subgenre of trap music within hip hop. There are people that do it in a way that's really compelling to me, and there are people that do it in a way that doesn't really stand out, right? And even in the just sticking with Busta again, in his last album, in the black version of it, or maybe the red version of it, he had
Super Deluxe.
In the Super Deluxe version, he released his version of a trap song.
Yeah.
Right, and it was that shit. That it made me shit my pants. It was, not really, but basically it was
maybe
this is the best thing. It blew the speakers off my car, and it was the greatest thing I ever heard. And yet it was in the same genre and following the same basic rules as some of these songs that really don't stand out and don't seem like they have a lot of flavor. It's really who's applying this lens,
I think both of what you guys are saying can actually be true. Not to cop out, but I think it is, Ben. It is fair to start trying to sort of subcategorize the different hip hop genres as they are. But Gary, I don't think, and I think you kind of just sort of proved that too. Not all trap music is garbage. Not even close. I've, especially in the last few years, Ben. I was. We've obviously been talking about hip hop since we were kids, right? Mm-hmm. And growing up with it and everything. And, I feel in the mid 2000s, 2010s or whatever, up until that point, I was completely with you. It was this new wave shit is trash or whatever. But more recently, the last 5, 6 or so years, I've been finding value in a lot of these new wave artists. I've always said Migos are fucking great. They're fucking great, but they're not the same genre. You're not gonna hear the same sounds that you are from a Nas or a Jay-Z or an MF Doom. Obviously, it is different, but it's fucking dope. It is good music. So
call Migos? Can you call Migos rap music though? Is it?
Yeah, 100%. It's just a different type of rap music. I think because for example and this goes back to even the in the 80s there was almost one type of rapping, right? There's one sort of genre until Rakim came out and it started rap. Yeah, and Ultramag, exactly. And then in the late 80s, then you have gangsta rap coming out. People weren't rapping about fucking shooting people and killing people, at least not nearly as much as they were when like NWA and like Wu-Tang and folks like that came out. So like those are the genres. So it just kept like subgenring more and more and more. Then if you want to get into like little things like like horrorcore or like there are subgenres, but
pornocore.
Pornocore. Necro does both. But yeah, so just to wrap it up and put a bow on this, or at least my thoughts on this. Yeah, I think Ben, it would be great if we could start sort of categorizing the different hip hop. But I think I by no means do I think that it's just all this new wave shit is whack and all the old school shit is the. I think it's different. It's nuanced, and I think it's worth a conversation. But
I agree with you. I just think we're at the point now where hip hop's been around long enough that it's like, if you listen to the radio and a station that's going to be playing Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones, they're most likely they're not going to be playing Slipknot, exactly, or Justin Bieber, right? Like, and I feel like Justin Bieber has as much to do with the Rolling Stones as Migos has to do with Nas. You know what I mean? So, like, I just feel like we're at the point now where I'm not saying this music shouldn't exist, but, like, a mathcore band knows that they're mathcore. Mathcore's pretty cool.
What the fuck is mathcore?
It's like hardcore, like, hard music, but, like, the time signatures are for, like, dorks, like 7/17.
Mathcore.
I don't know. I was thinking of, like, Black Alicious, Chemical Calisthenics. Somehow going towards or alphabet aerobics. I'm not going that way.
Yeah, alphabet aerobics. But like, they're perfect example. Alphabet aerobics. So you're gonna put that in the same category as like Nelly? It's getting hot in here. You know what I mean? Like, so like.
No, but they are still. But to come back to it, they both are still hip hop. They're both different types of hip hop. That's all. And which is what you're saying. You're not. I think you're not arguing that. You're just saying like, when are we gonna officially name these things different things? But they still all fall under the same umbrella. They still fall under the hip hop umbrella.
I think they all fall under music, but I think at some point, there's just sounds that are happening now that I just don't like, and then a piece of me goes, I'm a grumpy old man. I don't like new hip hop. What's wrong with me? And it's like, no, it's like not there. It shares no DNA.
I think it's the evolution. I think that because if I turn on Hot 97 or Power 105 right now, the chances of me hearing one of these new wave trap songs is pretty high. So I think what it is that's just what overall hip hop is kind of evolved into, and it's almost like boom bap is now the subgenre, and hip hop is what this is. I know it's painful to hear, but I think that's where we're at. I think that's what it is. I think it's just we've evolved now to where mainstream hip hop is just a totally different sound than what mainstream hip hop was 25 years ago. I think
we're gonna get to a point though, in the same way that like at least in New York, right? There's no such thing as rock radio or current rock radio anymore, right? You can hear the Foo Fighters when they drop a new album, and you're gonna hear Imagine Dragons. But rock, as a popular form of music, is gone. It's gone, and I think we're gonna, like they don't. There's no like rock stations only play classic rock now. There's no. At least for standard radio, right? And I think we're going to get to that point with hip hop where if we're, at some point we're going to just have Imagine Dragons.
But
Dragons of hip hop.
This is why the Rock the Bells Sirius XM radio station is one of my favorite fucking things in the world, because all it plays is and it's like it's not just old school. Yeah, but it's not even just like I've heard songs that were like from like 2010. But like the point is like they it's rare that you'll find a song exactly within the last 10 years that has that sort of like new wave feel. Like you're gonna
same thing with Shade 4-5. They do the same.
Shade 4-5 plays a lot more new stuff. So that's the thing. Shade 4-5 is more like Hot 97 or Power 105. It's a little bit like they do tap into more of like the sort of golden age stuff too. But yeah, like I would definitely compare that to more like new school, because like that is the main hip hop station, or like the number one hip hop station on Sirius. If you want to hear some stuff that's not so new wave and some sort of the more classic stuff, then you automatically know to either go to Rock the Bells or The Groove or one of these other stations. But I think Shade 45 is closer to Hot 97